You are probably working too hard, and I'm going to use math to prove it to you. Now, you've probably seen some version of this math problem going around on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and a lot of people seem to be divided on the answer because they overcomplicate it or they bring in information that's not relevant. But it's this simple. Sale price minus cost plus sale price minus cost equals 400. Now, there are more complicated ways to get to that answer, which is fine if you get to the same answer. But your brain uses energy. You use energy. You should be doing the minimum. I don't mean be lazy, but you really should, if you can get the same result without sacrificing quality, you should be doing the shortest way possible. For example, take this video of a young mathematician solving this seemingly complex math problem in like 2 seconds. Right here.
Question is, what is the value of 255? Scott.
5,000.
5,000 is the correct answer.
Sounds crazy, right? But look at how the original poster of this video laid out how it was done.
Here's what he did. So instead of numbers, I'm going to replace that with variables. So instead of 255, I'm going to call that A. And instead of 245, I'm going to call it B. And A squared minus B squared should look familiar. It is a difference of squares, and that could be factored out to A plus B times A minus B. Same exact thing, but now I replace the variables with numbers. So I do 255 plus 245 times 255 minus 245. Now this is a lot easier to solve. 255 plus 245 is 500. And you multiply that with 255 minus 245, which is 10. And 500 times 10 is 5,000.
See, the truth is, when you understand basic principles like the associative property of math, and I'm using math because it's a great example. A lot of people are afraid of math. They don't want to do math because it's strenuous mental activity.
And away we go!
Oh, I've got to get pen and paper and I've got to carry the one or whatever. Yeah, math has principles that work. It's fractal. It works on small numbers. It works on big numbers. Now, why am I just talking about math? Well, let me do a plug real quick for my favorite author. I'm not here shilling books, but Miracle Math by Harry Lorraine. A lot of people don't know about Harry Lorraine, but he was a magician, a famous mnemonist, and he wrote this book called Miracle Math to show you how can I multiply 2 5-digit numbers in my head without holding a bunch of numbers in my memory. He would famously go on the Johnny Carson show and memorize every name of every member of the audience and then recite it back to them. He did that several times.
It's, they gave me the first names, so I want to get them right. It's Sybil and Mabel Burr, right? Sybil and Mabel, sounds like a comedy team.
And this is just showing you that if you can understand the principles, and this is the point of the whole channel, this is the point of everything that I'm going to put out, is that you're reducing something to the property that makes it that way. And then by taking that property and designing your actions around that fundamental fact, it appears to give you massive leverage over anything that you want to do. This is true in business, life, math. There's always one little tweak that seems like a hack, but it's actually utilizing one of these fundamental principles. So, how does this relate to you?
Wax on, wax off.
The most basic advice I can give is don't overcomplicate things. Don't bring in irrelevant information. When you sit down to solve a problem in your life, business, finances, relationships, dig down deep to the foundation.
I want the truth!
To the core of what is really going on. And it takes a lot of exercise over time thinking about how do I think about this in a way that reduces it to its principles. This was a great introduction to what I want to talk about on this channel on a regular basis, which is that core principle. And it's a great segue into the next video. Let's say you don't care about math. Okay, I don't want to do math in my head. By the way, link for this in the bio if you want to check it out. It's cool. If you're a student, definitely get this. But let's say you don't want to do math in your head. Well, the ability to do math in your head, utilizing your working memory, is something that can actually translate to every area of your life. Because you're making decisions every day, you're conducting actions based on those decisions, and that's all coming from how you're thinking about it. So if you improve your thinking, literally, you will improve everything else in your life, because it all starts with your thinking. And that's going to be the topic for the next video. So until then, thanks for watching.